Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. If you can find love, if that man works at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you. That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right? And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine. That's fine. But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody to, they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby. God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
I can't believe y'all got me wanting to kind of defend Tyler Perry. I hate his colorist ass, but let's do this. I want to do this quick video, and I might also get in trouble for saying this because I feel as though this is some people will see this as misogynist, but I don't think we can have the discussion. I have no problem having a discussion. I have no problem being wrong. The reason why that isn't the discussion is because money is power. In our society, money is power. If a woman has more money and she's with a man, she has more power than him, at least in the household. Not only that, in the black community, a stay-at-home dad is a rarity. In the black community, a stay-at-home dad has never really been a thing. That's never been normalized. So, or not even just a stay-at-home dad, a man who makes less also is a man in general, in our culture in general, has never been normalized. That's not a normal fucking thing. It's only in the black community where it's a thing that was purposely done in order to fucking split us apart in the first place. But it's not normalized. And unless that gets normalized amongst black men and black women, that will never be the conversation. The conversation will all be stuck in the ways of, if black women who make a lot of money or make more money than most men they know, if you want a man, then the conversation is always going to be stuck on them lowering their standards. It's always going to be stuck on, it's never going to be men need to be more comfortable. My wife makes more than I do. She makes at least $40,000 more than I do. She makes more than me. I'm completely fine with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. Probably because when I was growing up, my dad was with a woman who was in the army. In order for my dad to keep up with her, he had to have 3 jobs. Most of that time, he was having 2 jobs. He still could not keep up with her. I saw that. He was okay with that. She ultimately was not okay with it, and she divorced him. Well, that's not how it actually happened. What actually happened was she found somebody who was also in the service, cheated on him, and then divorced him because he couldn't make the same amount of money as the guy she would cheat. Anyway, whole point of the matter is, if we don't normalize that, we're going to stay divided. Black women who want husbands out of black men are going to continue to, like my fucking foster mother, who was a goddamn doctor she was a doctor and she never got married. As long as we don't normalize that, period, amongst everybody, it's never going to change, period. We're not going to be able to change the white folk. We got to change ourselves. And what we got to change is that part, that specific part. We're never going to change that. And again, money equals power. And if a black man already feels like he doesn't have any power as is, and in his own home, he has no power still, and then he's looked down upon because he's a stay-at-home dad or he's not making his money, he's not going to want to be with you. So as long as it's not normalized, as long as that part's not normalized, then we'll never We'll stay divided, and the conversation will stay in that remedial ass black women should lower their standards, opposed to the better argument where black men needs to normalize, or black men need to get more comfortable with stepping up at home and those things. Man, I would love to be a stay-at-home dad, but I got two. I got a wife and a summa. I got two, so I have to actually work. But he ain't a stay-at-home dad. Who wouldn't want to be? I know it's not an easy thing, but I'll be on PlayStation. I would definitely be making content all the time. Anyway, this is if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We can have a discussion. I don't mind being wrong, but that's my outlook. If we don't kill that part, then nothing's going to happen. Nothing. You're just going to be still arguing with each other. You're going to have black women who want black men and essentially either have to go outside the race or just don't end up with a black man. And you're going to have a bunch of black men who are just trying to find women who are, you know what I mean. It's sad, but it's the truth. And I also just want to add men, black men. This is mainly to us, but black women, if you listen, hear me out. Black men, we have to give up white male patriarchy. We have to give up patriarchy as is anyway. We have to. We have no choice. Otherwise, we're going to stay in the same fucking bubble and keep hurting ourselves because we're trying to follow behind the white man and his example. And I get it. We've never had an actual example what a real man is. We've never been able, not a real man. We've never been able to define what a real man is to us. We've never gotten that chance because every step of the way, people have told us what a man is. And it's everybody else. This is what a real man is. You're not a real man because you can't protect your wife. You can't protect your children. You can't provide for your children. You can't provide a house. We've been told that since we got to this country. We were stripped of our manhood and given something that was artificial by somebody else. We've never been able to define that. And the closest thing we've gotten to define that was hip hop to some extent until we let them in and let them ultimately ruin that as well. We have to learn, start defining what is masculinity to us and stop listening to outside people, right? Outside, if they're not black, then fuck them. And if their rhetoric comes from non-black people, fuck them, right? That's for black men and black women inside of our race. That's also another thing that we need to do together, black men. Define what is masculinity to us and stop letting other people define what it is to us.